Memphis, up all ladies. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Davis.
Here.
Parker.
Here.
Schneider.
Here.
Stoops.
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
Lucas R. Here. Lucas W.
Here.
And non-agenda items from the sideline, Mr. Todd, I believe, is that Todd?
Yes, John Todd, yes.
Okay, yeah. You got the floor.
Okay.
You got about,
I live down Main Street, about 2 houses north of the small apartment building, if you know where that is. And I'm here for 3 things. I appreciate you giving me some of your time. I don't know if these items are significant to you, I hope they are, but I'll bring them to your attention anyway. There's a baseball field there, there's the soccer fields, there's the playground, there's the basketball court. A lot of people use that grounds. Of course, I don't do basketball anymore, but I like to go over there with my car and sit and watch the kids play soccer and all those things. My house backs up right to the baseball field, so if you go out left field, you'll be in my property. And I enjoy watching the kids play there. I enjoy all the actions that take place in the summertime, the festivities. But one of the things my wife and I notice every day when we get up is there's always 4 or 5 cars pulling back there where the refreshment stand is by the baseball field. The people open their doors, let their dogs out, the dogs run around, and deposit their waste wherever they please. Now, if there are 4 or 5 deposits of waste every day, and if you do that from the month of April till the end of September, you're talking about 750 piles of waste. I go out there and I see a lot of kids, hundreds of kids and parents running around. And I think it's inconsiderate, and I think it should be against the law to do that.
It is.
It is.
There's a city ordinance that you must be
Well, I asked,
your dog.
is there thinking?
Yep.
I asked a couple of years ago why that was not enforced. I asked them to put a sign up there. There's a sign there that says no parking for the cars. They could put a sign right near there that would say, you must clean after your, up after your dog, something to that effect, or there's a $50 fine or something. I can't understand why we can't afford a 4x4 and a box that I'll make for you. I've seen them in St. Clair and other places. You lift the lid up, they have a dispenser of plastic bags. People pick up the waste, they throw it away. My concern is all those kids running around there being exposed to all those piles of crap. It's just inconsiderate as far as I'm concerned. It's unhealthy. I don't want any children I know falling in that stuff. You don't want to step in it. And I think the people that, and that maybe you are one of those people, I don't mean offense to you, that just drive your car up and let your dog out. I think there should be a leash law that says you have to have your dog on a leash. Well, obviously none of those things are being enforced or observed. I don't take my little 7-pound dog over there because I'm afraid she might get hurt. But I'm not worried about my dog. I can keep her in my backyard. But just to me, something should be done. I think something should be done to put a sign up there that says this is wrong for you to do it, and there's a penalty if you do. I think it would be fine if the police officer would go there once in a while and just observe. I think it'd be great if we could have some place where people deposit stuff. But in the last 2-3 years since I asked the last time, nothing's been done.
is that owned by the Lions Club, that field and everything?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
part of it is. He's talking about the baseball field, that's the city property.
Okay.
And
It's talking back by the
area
roof, by the
between the
pavilion,
road
right?
and the soccer field too. They go all around there.
Well, that's Lions property.
Yeah.
But whether it's Lions property or not, the leash
Right.
law should apply.
Oh, yeah, it still
Well,
applies, it still applies.
Right.
Uh, Maybe, I don't know, if you could have to look at it, see if we could put something up there, I'm not sure.
DPW?
Well,
That's
our-
Oh, up there, the sign?
Sure, the sign or something like that, that's what. They should know enough that to pick it up anyway, I mean, you always pick up that.
You have,
I bring my own
what
back.
time of day does this usually happen?
When I
Well,
walk by
I would
the
say it happens between 7:30 and 9. That's when my wife sits there with her cup of coffee and just takes in the day. Now, whether it happens later on in the day, I don't observe that. But it just is something that's irritated us. I mean, it does not affect me directly, but I think of all the kids I see out there having a good time. And I don't think they should be exposed to that. And the other thing I'm concerned about, to me, that waste is a health hazard, and it's also a possibility of a food source for field mice. To me, we're contributing to problems, so.
We'll have somebody look at it.
Okay.
You had two other things that you...
Yes, yeah.
What were those, sir?
Well, the next one I have is there's a playground right there in that same facility. There's several other playgrounds, one by the police station, one by the river. First of all, I think you'd all agree with me, those playgrounds are probably 40 to 50 years old. I think it's a shame in a way that a city like ours hasn't somewhere in the last 15, 20 years raised monies to put some type of playground that really would be considered a playground. But if you went over to that playground yesterday, which I go over a lot to watch the kids and things going on, the playground, first of all, is in a valley. There's kind of hills up around all the outside edge of it. So whenever it rains, the water automatically drains down to where the swings and the merry-go-round is. If you were there yesterday, you would have seen a puddle at least 30, 40 feet long, completely surrounding the whole area. And if it was dried up, you'd also see that around the merry-go-round and around where the swings are, there are troughs that go down 6 to 8 inches deep, and every time it rains, that's where the water collects. Now, to me, what good is it to have a playground if 2, 3 days, 4 days after a rain it can't be used? And why, I don't understand why the DPW or somebody can't fill those troughs if you do nothing else. Just fill those troughs with bark or something.
Bart usually puts sand down in there. I don't know if he's gotten around to it yet this year, but he usually puts a load of sand in there by the swings and stuff.
Well, sand, as far as I'm concerned, is kind of useless because within a short time it's going to be kicked out of place. And I was an administrator of 2 different schools for 20-some years, and I had to make sure that the playgrounds met the state's requirements. There had to be a cushioning material underneath, and of course, I would have been really jumped on if it was flooded half the time. And why we can't do something better for all these children in the city, I don't understand. I have my youngest grandchild, all my children are in their 20s, but my youngest grandchild is 5. She comes to our house occasionally. She likes the open backyard we have. I don't have any fences. She sees the playground, and you know what she wants to do. She wants to run those 400 or 500 feet to get to the playground as soon as she can. I would say at least 50, 60% of the time we can't take her there. And try to explain that to an autistic child, why you're pulling them back from a playground. They don't understand that. But I'm not worried about my grandchild. I'm worried about children. I'm not worried. I'm concerned about the children that live here. It's no use having a playground if it can't be used 30% of the time. And why we don't make as an effort as a city to put in some type of new playground, I don't understand. If we have money.
That's the problem. Money.
Oh, I know it is, yeah. So, you know, whether we can some way or other get a drive going on to do something, I don't know, but, or whether there's any monies federally or anything for play, I have no idea, never researched into that.
And what is your third issue, sir?
And my third issue deals with the what do you call it, the covered area.
The what now?
The covered area.
Pavilion?
Pavilion.
Pavilion?
My wife and I enjoy, because our back of our yard looks out to the play field, to the fields. I can watch the fireworks. That's all there for us to see. And I enjoy it. I enjoy that being used by people. A couple of years ago, they had something going on there, and there was music till way in the morning. I came to the city and asked about it. They said at that time they told me there was a law or a, whatever you call it, that said at 11 o'clock in the evening, loud music was supposed to stop. I don't know if that's true.
Was this during Memphis days, or when was this?
It was during some celebration. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I think it might have been Memphis days. I don't know. That was about 3 years
We have a
ago.
blues festival on the Saturday of Memphis days. That ends at the pavilion at 10 p.m. when the fireworks go off,
Yeah.
and then they go inside the youth center.
Well, that's not always been observed. And a couple of years ago, I told them about that, and they assured me that the police would check to make sure things like that stopped. Well, just a couple of weeks ago, I don't know if the Lions Club rents that area out or how people get to use that. But about 3 weeks ago, on a weekend, and I don't know the date, and I tried to ask the girl in the office, and she said, look, the Lions live more than she does. There was something going on there. And that's great. I don't mind. But they're about, my wife and I wanted to go to bed. We usually go to bed 10 or 11. The music was extremely loud. Okay? Well, we waited and waited and waited. Finally, it got to be 2 o'clock in the morning. To say the least, I was not too happy about that. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if there was a Memphis policeman even on duty. I really didn't want to call the state police because I don't know if they didn't.
I'm not sure what was going on. I don't know. You got any idea what was going on, Dave?
I know what's going on.
Oh, Dave?
Yeah, Bobby had a fundraiser.
Oh, is that what it was? So.
Now, I imagine that the Lions give approval for the use of that, and that's fine. I have no objection to that. But
Well,
finally at 2 o'clock in the morning, I got dressed, went over there with my car. I beat my horn a couple times. Everybody ignored me. There was about 40 or 50 people in the ages of 20 to 30 years of age. Many of them were dancing on tables and drinking and having a good old time. But I couldn't see how there could be that many people out there at 2 o'clock in the morning making so much noise, and there's no police presence. It seems to me when we have a congregation of people living it up and having a great time, young people, that to prevent any fights, arguments, other problems, that the police ought to have a presence there. And it seems to me it would be appropriate if we say that the music is supposed to be out at 11, that he drive up in his police car in his uniform and says to them, this stops. Well, I went there at 2 o'clock in the morning. Finally walked up to the fellow who was controlling all the music and said to him, you know, this has got to stop. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. He said, I can't do that. I said, well, you can't do that, and I'll call the state police. As I was leaving, another young man approached me and said, we can't do that. I told him the same thing.
Well, we'll look into it, sir, and see. I was not aware of that, but 2 o'clock in the morning is too late. I grant you that.
Well, I think 11 o'clock is fine. I mean, I don't look to deal with that.
Yeah, so.
But why should we have to listen to that at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Okay.
We'll make sure that's
We'll,
not an issue.
Don't be afraid to call the police. If there's nobody there, they'll send you to St. Clair County Dispatch and they'll send somebody else over.
Right.
What number do you call even? I don't even know, just
911?
911.
Okay, I didn't know.
Right?
Or the Memphis Police Department.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
have
you
a
call that
transfer.
number, it sends you to dispatch as
I didn't know
well,
that.
after hours.
Oh, okay, sir,
Do you have a card?
we'll look into that.
Do I have a car?
The gentleman behind you has a card for you. With the local, it could just be a local number for you. You don't have to call 911.
Anyway, I'd like to come back in a month or two and ask what actions are being taken, if any, because it's one thing to bring the subject up, but I'd like to know, have a report or something sent to me, this is what we've done, this is what problem we run into.
Okay.
I hope you don't mind.
We usually allow 5 minutes, so you've got almost 15, so I'm going to.
That's all right.
Okay, I'm
I'll
sorry.
pay for the overtime.
Okay.
I think maybe we should send the first 2 to the DPW committee and maybe talk apart.
Okay. Okay, comments from the city administration, Donna? Yeah, you got.
Oh, you got that number?
Yeah. I need to, yeah, we didn't, because I didn't think you were going to be here, so. If you're going to be here, we can.
Yeah, I'll be here. At the other meeting, I don't have to attend. We can do it now if you want to do it later.
Well, why don't we do it now, because I take care of it.
Again, I apologize, I wrote a little letter here for you guys. I wasn't able to get it into your guys' packet because this past week was a hectic week here past week. But the fire department would like to purchase this hydrant fitting. This gives us the option to be able to fill multiple trucks at the same time. This connects right to the existing fire hydrant behind the fire station here. And a couple of trucks can pull up and use that same hydrant instead of just one like it gets used right now. It'll be able to fill trucks faster and get them back to the fire scene when it's out of town.
And I think you mentioned to me this is actually helps you on your.
Helps on our ISO, yeah, we're working on improving our ISO rating, and to be able to fill multiple trucks and get them back to the scene quicker is one of those steps.
That helps.
You want this done before the end of the
And
month?
yes, and
For this
exactly.
fiscal year?
We have money in this fiscal year to be able to do this. I want to do it here this fiscal year.
Is this permanently mounted?
No, the guys put it on. It wouldn't
So
stay.
you don't leave it out there?
No.
So if there's no further questions, I'll entertain a motion. to
You just
approve
put it
that.
on when there's a fire?
Yeah, the guys take it out there, hook it up, and then hook up the hoses for when the trucks come in.
I'll make a motion, we allow Justin to go ahead and make this purchase.
It's $1,267.
And I apologize,
Well,
with your motion, can you add in the shipping? I didn't put the shipping into that. It's probably gonna be another maybe like $10 or something.
Okay, for
We can
126706 plus shipping.
Thank you, sorry, I didn't get the shipping, Chris.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Zupansar,
Yes.
Lucas W,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
And you have another one.
And then the next one, we'd like to use, we received that donation that I spoke about at the last city council meeting, the $500 donation for Blue Water gas storage. It's a natural gas storage facility at Will Center, Metal Run. They donated $500 to us. So we'd like to purchase this water strainer, total being $599.38. With that $500, the remaining amount would come out of our budget here this year, the $99.38.
What's this showing, pound water?
This what we do, we put this on the end of the hose and we're able to draft water out of a river, pond, our dump tank that we set up behind it's got a screen on it so we don't suck up any dirt, rocks.
Say that too loud.
It's kind of filthy.
Residents want everything filled up. Oh, we can do it now.
I'll make a motion to approve fire department purchase for $599.38 for
Support.
a strainer.
I think we also had to approve the donation, accept the donations.
Oh, we didn't approve that donation?
No, it was just mentioned, we finally received
Oh,
it. so-
yeah, okay. We'll approve that separate. Okay.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Zupansar,
Yes.
Lucas W,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker.
Yeah.
Okay, then on the donation, what was that amount?
Blue Water gas storage was the donation of $500, so there's a,
We need approval of
Make
accepting
an
that
exception.
donation.
That's
Accept
going
that.
to your equipment fund?
that's gonna pay for this strainer right here, yes.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to accept $500 for Blue Water gas for the equipment fund.
Support.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Zupansar,
Yes.
Lucas W,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yeah.
Schneider.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we have the Tiger Strip half full. I've extended to July 19th to fill the bus up. We need to get that bus full. Hopefully I can. We'll see what
June,
happens.
July or June?
June. June 19th has to be filled up because we are going July 19th and they want their money by the 19th, but I'm stalling as long as I can. Tomorrow night is Talent by the River. The Dynasty Band will be out there from 7 to 9. July 1st will be Phoenix Rising. And I'm already working on next year's bands. The 55 and plus night is getting better all the time. I'm getting a lot more seniors showing up. This last time we were short on card players, so I had to sit in. Anyway, I enjoy playing cards. And if I could, the gentleman that just spoke, just to assure you that I am the Parks and Rec Director, and I'm working on all your issues that you have. I'm trying to get new equipment and stuff. But I've only been back a year, but I'm working on stuff like that, so the citizens can know that too. And the only other thing I have is not really related to the city, but I'd like to thank the Memphis Fire Department. I had a friend of mine pass away that worked with Canopy Fire Department, and Doug and Marty was out here at M19 and Fordman with the truck to honor him, and I really appreciate that. That really meant a lot to me for a friend that has worked with me for over 15 years in DJing, and we've been friends for like 30 years, so it meant a lot. It was unexpected that he passed away.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you. That's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Okay. Let's see, okay, adoption or amendment of the agenda, I think we have two amendments.
Yes, under Park and
unfinished business.
Oh, under new business.
I don't know,
Under new business, I have number 4 is Park and Rec, Village. And under the unfinished business, the police department for the temporary administrator.
okay. I need a motion to approve the, as amended.
I'll make that motion.
I'll support it.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Okay, approval of the regular meeting of June the 2nd and the executive meeting June the 2nd, 2015. No changes to that. I'll entertain a motion to approve those.
Make a motion, we accept the minutes for June 5th and also the executive meeting for June 5th, 2nd, as presented.
Support.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes. We have a motion to place the communications on file.
So moved.
Support.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar.
Yes.
First one is from the Memphis Festival Committee on the Memphis Days. And they have one approval from the City Council for the various things that they're having that day. The parade, which is on August, this Friday, August the 7th at 6:30. We need approval from the state, I think, closing that road down. I don't know if it's in, okay, someone will have to,
For the parade.
right.
She's
Somebody-
having birthday.
Oh, Bart's gonna do it, okay, all right. So on the parade, fireworks, the duck dash, duck race, and so on. So I need a motion to approve those.
Make the motion to approve those dates. Support.
Dave?
Can I ask you what dates they are, if there's no dates?
7th, 8th, 9th of August?
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes,
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
and we do have the insurance coverage was submitted along with the letter as well. Okay, the Historical Society, use of the city chambers. Due to the library's upcoming programs, in fact, that several of our members have difficulty climbing the steps at the community center, the Historical Society requests the use of the city chambers for the next 3 meetings on June the 25th, July 23rd, and August the 27th. Meetings start at 6 and are open to the public. So I need a motion to approve that.
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
On unfinished business, we have the police department temporary administrator. We've had various meetings with various police departments in the area. And on June the 12th, 15, Eric and I had a meeting with the Macomb County Sheriff. So Eric, you typed the letter up, so do you want to explain it a little bit?
Well, the agreement is that they will oversee operations, come in and make sure that the paperwork that needs to be getting done is getting done. And basically, what we were told was that they would make it so when we do hire our next chief, that it'll be a turnkey operation. Everything should be in line and in order when they get here.
Yeah.
And it's no charge to the city. If there is something that needs to be done, and it will cost money for them to come in and do some type of an audit or something like that, they will come to the council first, explain it to us, and then we'll have to approve any type of expenditures. So it shouldn't cost us anything unless something extra has to be done. We don't know who it'll be, but it'll be a command level officer from the Macomb County Sheriff's Department.
Do you know what?
Pardon?
Do you know when they come?
I think we'll notify him tomorrow. I and I think it'll be very, very quickly. They'll just oversee it as administrator until such time as we can go through the review process on the police chief. I think we already have probably 7 or 8, I believe, applications at the present time. And I think the 23rd is when the deadline is. So after we do that, then we'll review them and set up so just a minute, sir. I'll get to you in a second. So I need a motion then to approve us contacting the sheriff and have them have an administrator.
I'll make that motion.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukastabio.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Yes.
Parker.
You had a question, sir?
Yeah, where do we stand? Last I read in the newspaper, the chief was demoted.
Yes.
Do we have any policemen at all?
Oh, yes, definitely. You got one
Yeah,
more.
we have a-
Sitting right behind you.
Yeah.
The one that gave you the card.
Okay, is he part-time?
No, he's
full-time.
He's full-time, but we do have part-time.
Okay.
Yes, and the former police chief is also part-time.
The water's plate?
I said the former police chief is also part-time.
Okay.
Okay. Under new business, we have budget amendments. This is administrative memo number 10, and these are just items that we've done in the past. They're kind of to clean up. As you all know, our fiscal year ends on the end of June, so this is to clean up certain things on there. The City Hall, Youth Center, Police Department, Fire Department, and safety inspection, code books, and so on. So I need a motion to approve those.
I do have a question
Yes,
before
go
we go
ahead.
further.
Sure.
As far as the code books go, coming out of safety inspections, that's from the police department's budget? Or?
No, that's their building and electrical, the Michigan code books.
Okay, I see. That's not our city
No, it
code.
wasn't our city
Oh,
code.
okay.
So I need a motion to approve that. Administrative memo number 10.
I'll make a motion we approve this housekeeping for the fiscal year 2014-15. Support.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukastabio.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider.
Yes.
Building the Freedom of Information Act policy. This is a revision. As you say, you've got quite a packet there, and I'm not going to go over all of that. I assume you kind of read it a little bit. But basically, the changes that were done is wages has to be at the lowest paid employee, and you can add up to 50% labor cost to cover the fringe benefits. You cannot charge for overtime unless it's requested by the one who's requesting the information. And the charge is in 15-minute increments. They also can request by electronic means. And the cost of the paper is 10 cents per sheet, which I think is what we charge now anyway. And we also can charge for mailing. Procedures are set up for waivers, late responses, verbal requests, as well as appeal protocol. And that's kind of what I could, going through this, I think kind of the general changes. I think currently we do charge in 15-minute increments anyway, and we do charge the deputy clerk wages because that's the lowest wage. And we do charge for 10% per copy, and we do charge for mailing. So we basically comply with most of this anyway at the current time. So what we need now is a motion to adopt the FOIA procedures and guidelines as amended by PA 563. So no questions, I have a motion to approve that, or adopt that.
I'll make a motion to adopt the FOIA policies.
Support.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukastabio.
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Number 3 is the building inspector. As you know, the last meeting we had, the council meeting, Donna and Robbie and I did interview Jeffrey M. Kern as a new building inspector. He was recommended by the current building inspector, Brian Bailey, as well as our electrical inspector. Donna did review the references, and the references are in the cover letter that you have with there. And it seems like he's satisfactory, so if there's questions, we'll try to answer. If not, I'll entertain a motion that we approve Jeffrey M. Kearns as our new building inspector effective July 1st, 2015.
I'll make a motion to approve Jeffrey Kern as our new building inspector.
Support.
Effective July 1st?
July 1st, yes.
Sue Casar,
Yes.
Sue Castavio,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes. Okay, number 4 was the St. Clair County Park millage. We get this every year, and this year it's an amount of $1,482.44. And this can only be used in the park in St. Clair County.
Actually, wait, it's 1494.18. It's the second page.
Oh, it's the second page? Okay.
Under Memphis.
Okay. It cannot be used on the park you're talking about, but it can only be used in St. Clair County. We like these funds we put towards the bike walk path, and we have combined the funds and used towards the trellis at the beginning of the park, the walking bike path, and the science road trail entrance. And I think if you've all been down there, you know, you got paths going through the woods there, going in different directions. Well, when you have the entrance, we want a trellis to go up there. And so that's what we're intending and using it for. And then what we'll do is if you live back there, you could get lost actually, because you're in the woods and they go every different direction, and we'll be putting markers and so on there. And that's how we will use it. So that's how we want to use the money. So I'd like a motion then to accept the money as well as use it for those.
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Sue Castavio,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Schneider,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sue Casar.
Yes.
How long do we have to spend that money?
I think you don't have to, you've got time on that, so.
Can you roll it over?
We did last year.
We did last year, yeah, we rolled some over from last year, right?
So we have open 14.
Yeah, we got the other page too.
Okay, from the mayor. Petitions for the mayor and the council will be available on Wednesday, July 1st, 2015. And they must be turned in by Tuesday, July 21st, 2015 at 4 p.m. So I hope we find enough people to run both for mayor and council. We have to have 2 people running for mayor, and we have to have 4 people running for council. So those dates, July 1st to start, and must be turned in by July 21st at 4 p.m. So we can expect a stampede, right?
Get them on the way out.
Okay. The only other thing I have is we did inquire on the ADA grant. It looks like it's probably still a week or 2 away, but it is getting close. So, and that's all I have. Robbie.
I don't have anything.
I have a question about the city council paperwork. Do you have to, is it 2 years from the time of like election day, or is it from the time that you actually filed the affidavits?
What?
Do you have to live in town? I know you have to live in town for 2 years. Is it 2 years from the?
It's 2 years. You have to live in town 2 years, and like.
From election day?
No, no.
At the remember the mayor in Detroit?
No, 2 years. No, not from election days. If you got, just have to live in town 2 years, you know, and if you're living in town 2 years.
Well, if somebody moved in, say in August, they'd be turning in their paperwork, it wouldn't have been 2 years yet.
I guess I don't quite understand the question.
If I moved into town in August, a year and 11 months ago,
Well, oh, I see what you mean.
I
You're
think that's
talking.
from election
Okay,
day, but-
yeah,
That's from
yeah.
the time you actually take your
Okay.
seat, right?
Oh, yes, yeah,
Which would
be
be the
from
week.
election, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I see your question now.
That's all I have, thanks.
Okay. Jason?
Have none.
Scott?
No.
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 Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay.